So my camera cut off. Where do I start? You know, like maybe 6 years ago, my mom died in a car crash. A lot of people don't know this. You know, people who are close to me know this. Like, Thanksgiving is like a really bad time for me because that's like the day that she died. And I wasn't even really thinking about it. Like, I knew that the day was coming, but you know, it kind of just slipped my mind. So I'm sitting on Facebook tonight because, you know, I was like, I got up early today to go to work, and I look under my news feed and I see this picture of my mom, and I just instantly burst out in tears. You know, I'm like, wow. And then it all just came back to me. So all these emotions that I was feeling, all these the hurt, the disappointment, it was just a lot to deal with, you know. A lot of people don't know, once again, I am the only child of my mom. I'm like my mother's only child. I don't have any sisters or brothers, so most of the time, I think, like, we were really close, although we did have our ups and downs, you know, like, it was just us. She raised me up until I got grown, and I wanted to go live with my grandmother because it was just, I was out fucking. I was just doing all kind of shit that a 15-year-old should have never been doing. But it wasn't her fault. It was, I was spoiled, and I'm still spoiled to this day. And oh my God, it's like really weird. So I'm sitting home, cooking dinner on a Wednesday night. She called me. She's like, what you doing for the holiday? You know, I'm telling her I'm staying home and cook with Tierra, because Tierra's my roommate at the time, in California. She's like, oh, I wish I was there with you. You know, I love you. And for the past, like, it was like 2 years, she would be calling me, and she'd be like, she'd say, get some life insurance. And I never got any life insurance. I never, and she would always say, and I say, stop talking like that, you know, because nothing ever happened to you. She said, get some life insurance, because I don't want nobody to, she said, always say, I don't want nobody to take care of me. I don't want none of these motherfuckers to do shit for me. Just get it, so she said, so that I can make sure that you're okay, you know. I didn't get the life insurance, needless to say. Turns out, she called me. She's like, that night, she's like, oh yeah, we're going out to town, me and my boyfriend and 2 of his friends. I'm like, she's like, I really don't feel like going. You know, I could tell in her voice she didn't feel like going. I know her better than, like, we was just like this. Like, she knew me when I was in an abusive relationship, and she came to visit. No, I went to visit her. She saw me. I didn't even have to say anything. She was like, you don't need to be going through that, you know, because I watched her go through it as growing up. And I knew that I needed to break that cycle, because I was not, fuck that, I wasn't sticking around to let no nigga hit on me. Regardless of the fact, whether it was emotional abuse or physical, I wasn't gonna be able to do it. But anyway, she just told me, and she's like, I love you, and she gave me the directions on how to make the dressing, because that was like my first time. So we're sitting there, and she got quiet, and she's like, I love you, and she said, I want you to know I love you, you know. I was like, I love you too. She's like, and I'll call you when I get on the road, and I'll call you when I get there. I was like, okay, and then she kept saying, I really don't want to go. And I said, well, stay. She's like, well, no, because I don't want to disappoint him. His family is expecting me. So, we are going, like we're sitting, me and Tierra was sitting up night, I'm cooking, I'm getting these funny ass feelings, these funny ass vibes. So I went to sleep, woke up the next day. I couldn't even sleep. I'm having like nightmares. Woke up in a hot sweat. Woke up damn near crying. I go to call her. You know, that's the first person. I picked the phone, like 9 something. I call her. It went straight to voicemail. I waited to maybe like another hour. I called her again. Tierra's like, I need to go to the store to pick up like some stuff because I was gonna make a pie. We go to the store. In the car, my uncle calls me, and I was like, what is he calling for? Because at that point, it's a whole another issue why I wasn't really talking to my family. So when he called me, he was on the phone. He was like, the first thing he said was, "D, she gone," you know? And I was like, what? And he's like, "Betty's gone." And instantly, I lost it. I'm in the car and I screamed. I took the phone and I threw it. You know, we pulled over. We were in the middle of the freeway, so we pulled over. And at that point is when my entire life changed. You know, there was no. I felt like I was here by myself. You know, and even to this day, I have tons and tons and tons of people who love me, genuinely have my back, who want to make sure that I'm gonna be okay. But I still feel like I'm alone, you know, because I don't have that mother. And then when I hear people disrespect their parents and say, you know, I don't know, it's just weird, because you only get one mom. And she's always telling me that. Me and her would fall out and she'd say, "Motherfucker, you only get one mama. Why you sitting up there talking?" You know, because I was really horrible. Thinking you growing at 15, you couldn't tell me shit. Like these little babies out here now, can't tell them shit. So it was like literally crazy, you know, and it caused a rift between my family. It was a lot, and they say money will tear your family away, you know, and that honestly to me, and they probably gonna hate me for saying this, but I honestly believe that money was a factor of why I really don't talk to any of my family like that. I check on them to make sure that they're okay, but I honestly feel like that they all dogged me. And they can feel how they want to feel. I've forgiven them for that. You know, the one person who I grew up with, and I loved her, but at the same time, it took me years to come to terms with her, to say, you know, I forgive you. Like, I woke up one day and I just cried for her, because I knew that our relationship, it could never be the same. So I knew that I would have to work toward making it better, you know. And she actually posted pictures, my Auntie Teresa. Like, we grew up together. We was fighting together when I was first started my transition. She was always there for me. We would switch clothes. I don't even know if we ever swapped out boys before. However it goes, I think she may be like 4 or 5 years older than me, 3 or 4 years older than me. But it's my family. I think everybody has a dysfunctional family, whether they want to admit it or not. You know, and my family is what made me who I am today. In Thanksgiving and Christmas are supposed to be about loving your family and spending time with ones who are close to you. I really hate that things are the way they are with my family, but you know, I'm stubborn and I can't deal with it. And anybody who knows me knows when I set my mind to something, I say I can't be bothered. But on something different totally. So, you know, after my mom died, everybody in the car got decapitated. We had to have a closed casket. That kind of took me through it. And this originally what started my transformation the last time. Like, I stopped. Because I thought it was my fault. And still to this day, I believe that it was my fault, because I got her out of Milwaukee and moved her to California with me. This probably would have never happened. But you know, excuse me, I believe that the universe had this is already in the cards. And not only that, after she died, my Auntie Beverly, you know, my Auntie Beverly was, she's on the pictures of my mom too. Like, I loved Auntie Beverly to death. Like, she was, like, I'm not supposed to have a favorite auntie, but on my mom's side, like, she was always the one who I wanted to be like, because she was the prettiest. She was really beautiful. She had a beautiful soul. You know, she was the oldest. I think she was the oldest. She stayed away from everybody. She would never know shit. I loved her to death, you know. And her and my mom had a lot in common. She had one son. My mom had a son. My mom was like the youngest versus Teresa. Auntie Beverly was the oldest. It was just a lot, and we all kind of grew up together. I'm glad I'm able to talk about this now without like really breaking down. I think when I saw the pictures and shit, I started breaking down, and I probably will break down, like, because this week I knew it was something going crazy. I was having motherfucking panic attacks, and I've never had a panic attack. Like, I was my heart was beating, racing. I started getting the chills. I was leaving for work one day and I had to call the ambulance because I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I can like not almost make it. You know, I'm not going to talk all night because you know I can go on and on. But I just want to tell you guys Happy Thanksgiving, you know, and when you get an opportunity, just tell your family you love them, you know, because nobody's promised tomorrow. If you got friends, whoever you're going to decide to spend this holiday with, you know, just tell them you love them, because you don't know if they're going to be here tomorrow or not. I love you guys, and thank you just for supporting me, you know, because I'm not going to be crying on camera. I'm going to drink my wine and smoke my black and chill. If you guys have any questions or some comments, you know, just let me know.